에바호 다 되는 것에 아빠에게 동접 살지 되는 담을 작합 소소 로바 소소 아메리카 소소들이 라는 것만이 되니 들 자작하래 용인다 그런 것은 나는 병이 탐지 되네 둘째 제시 강이 되는 데서 가시게 삼아 따무서 타는 보이다 고무기 가지 털러지 타려고 삼거리 타지는 요만한 것들이 양천인들이 세미가서 그나지 세대식 좀 보는 것도 대식 좀 좋아요 참 무슨 참아 세미제대 직발해 내가 죽어 남았다고 찾아야지 로그 자소인들 다고 싶은 감지 샘직이나 대들이 셔들아 라왕샤와들이 자송가 샤가 대들이 가서서 사지 거서 요래지 라다 빠왕카로 망보는 대서 세미제대 직발해 로직을 샤는 배는 들이 잡으려 로그 중에 망보는 로직 샤는 되는 들이 로그 자소인들 그거 잡았다고 다시 저당 무슨 무엇을 지만 시바치 머리 대비다 당서 가까서서 타는 머리 상지 그거 이제는 나머지 세고 때문에 무슨 보람자들이 습지 잡지 대화도 다니 동에서 저 다르게 되지 사적 습지 제들이 로그를 민족은 것도 참아들이 설득하래 뒤집지 사지 잡지 센터 저는 가서 가다지게 습지 습지 쪼가 차로 대지 쪼가 차로 뒤집사는 되는 뭐 하게 되지다 나당 코르데 탐지제 뒤집도 싹과다 외벽에 와서 뒤집다 말되면 네 덴바르티니 동담으니 들이 선담은 거야. 타바지 와서 죽어 남갔다고 들이 때라 동타르들이 무슨 속과도 당원제라고 바랑하다 들이 롱거 들이 동타르들 조름제들이 따는 거야. 들이 동담으니 선남갔다고 하는데 이메 맞아. 그 조름종 제들 연인들 조름이 들이 다도고서 든지 로그를 다 뜯고 저를 sem지 탑재는 나 sem지 지금 다 밤이 공지 들이 나와서 살을 저지 잡아하는 MD와지 들이 또 싫어 받은 좋다 되면 들이 참아 들이 죽을 매는데 대다들이 sem지 탑재 사지면 잡지는 처럼 좋아하는 처럼 절었던 전남과를 뛰는 대다들이 대회는 들이 참아 되게 제시 such direction.
So today we come to an end of the Amitabha recitation retreat. And I would like to thank everyone who has joined the retreat from the various countries in the world, wherever you are, and also all of you who actually came to participate in the retreat in person. Now, some of you might think that we are so far away, and some may want to meet me, this old man. But actually, in reality, there is no closeness or distance, because our minds are one. The mind has the nature of the three kayas. Buddha nature pervades all beings. Our minds really are one, because the mind is like space. The Dharmakaya, that is like space, is all pervasive. The Sambhogakaya is like a rainbow in the sky. The various manifestations of the Pure Lands all manifest, even though there is just a single mind. Just like you have 5 colored rainbow lights appearing from a single crystal. There are many beings in these Pure Lands, the Dakas and Dakinis, and the gods and the goddesses, and yet they all have a single mind. It is just like electricity. There is only one electricity in the world. Even though there are many light bulbs, there is just one electricity that powers them all. So the Sambhogakaya is like a rainbow. The Nirmanakaya is like the rain falling down and actually manifesting in physical form to benefit others. So don't think that we are far away. It is the Buddha's prayer, may beings have happiness and the causes of happiness, may they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. If bodhicitta arises in your mind in such a way, then this one mind matures into the Sambhogakaya. The Buddhas of the three times are all within your own mind. The mind is a single one. At the end of the practice, we dedicate our virtues, and in the dedication prayer, we say, I dedicate all the roots of virtue accumulated by myself and others in samsara and nirvana throughout the three times, and so forth. During our dedication, at the very end, when we come to a conclusion of the practice, we should settle the mind in the natural state, the ultimate truth. And within this state, we all are actually one. This is the space-like state of the Dharmakaya. While we engage in the practice, when we visualize the deity, we recite the deity's mantra, we arise as the Sambhogakaya. At the end of the practice, we come to the completion stage where the visualization dissolves and we then settle in the natural state of the mind that is like space. That is called the completion stage or dissolution stage. And within this space-like nature, we are actually non-dual. And the Nirmanakaya appears anywhere in the 6 realms of samsara in many different forms, but still arises out of the same Buddha nature. For example, we have all visualized the Buddha Amitabha. He arises as a Sambhogakaya out of the same Buddha nature. So ultimately, we need to realize that appearances are the deity. All sound is the mantra, the Amitabha mantra, and all thoughts are the display of primordial awareness. All thoughts mature into the Dharmakaya. Sentient beings mature into Buddhas. The ice blocks are melting into the ocean. The clouds are dissolving into the sky. So thank you everyone, and Dashi Delek.
밤에 좋아하는 데리 드림소 두바보 답지 끼니들 공부리 대강에 샘대 요리 삼대 제사밀이 요머리 삼대 제들이 끼니들에 대포탐제 끼니 포탐제 끼니들 모탐제 집중로마 라지가 삼대리 삼진지들에 샘진탐제 대화다 대사마사데 그때지 다지기면은 그 샘남하다고 차대 갑들이 롱거대 매일 죽어야 되들 들이 돈담 세 조만 보면은 나는 샘적 받으면 하고 다른 거는 대해서 들이 죽어 매일 들이 샘진 탐지 담보를 쪼거 롱거를 매일 롱거 죽어를 매일 그 사지 공부도 동문에도 샘지 문에 라주가 찍자요 말이지 탐지 접거든 내가 도와주러 차들 다섯 사만 사지에서 대서 의미바시에 진짜 답답해 그렇게 뭐요 대서 깨는 담지 대서 나 샘대 대시 좀 상만이 오 대라 인fin을 당진이 맞춰서지 대응이들이 당진이 샘대들이 사바체면 나가다가 차서 오 로그 죽을 들이 민첩 레라오레서 대다고 공 뒤저대 냠니 강면은 들이 밤에 또 답된 냠니는 참아야고요래 들이 비별 라마의 계획이 답지 특제지 들이 주고들이 좀 잡을래 했더니 머리서서 탐지 들 정도들 저거도 특제지 들이 담배에 다 담미 사야만 뭐 쉬어요 때든지 저는 세대셔야 요 말이 세대 단지마다들이 내가 코와도 이렇게 성성님 나와 찾아오고요리 대사 속속 단지에 매바세네 그리고서 삼제 사제시는 거데 그 대화지 신을 깨와데 세대들이 사속적으로 미리들이 들이 대화지를 매는 거요래 배제다래 들이 참만을 다시 데렉쇼 특제지
And so even though this is an Amitabha sadhana, we as the practitioners actually visualize ourselves as Chenrezig. And why is that? It is because Chenrezig is the manifestation of loving kindness, of love and compassion. Every male with love is Chenrezig, every female with love is Tara. That is the fruition of our prayer. May beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. So when you bring that to mind, when you wish for the happiness of all beings, in that moment, all dualistic thinking of self and other disappear, and the mind becomes like space. And in this moment, the Sambhogakaya, huge and Resik, the Sambhogakaya, matures into the Dharmakaya. From the ultimate perspective, even though many different bodies manifest, there is only a single mind. If you rest within the view, the natural state of the mind matures into the Dharmakaya. The Nirmanakaya first matures into the Sambhogakaya, and then the Sambhogakaya matures into the Dharmakaya. In reality, there is not a single ordinary sentient being that actually exists. They all are actually Buddhas by nature. They only temporarily appear in the 6 realms of samsara, but their ultimate nature is Buddha. And this is also explained in the sadhana. That's why the sadhana is so important. Or any sadhana practice is important. When you engage in this practice, you recognize my own mind is actually pure Buddha nature. Now I have given rise to altruism, and self-grasping has dissolved. When you cultivate immeasurable love, the mind becomes like space. And then it is actually quite easy for the Sambhogakaya to mature into the Dharmakaya. Now you have all engaged in this practice, the 100 million Amitabha mantra recitation retreat. Continue to engage in this practice on an ongoing basis. It's a brief practice. Even if you don't do any other practice, if you just engage in this practice, it is actually excellent. Just continue to do this practice. And I would also like to thank all the spiritual masters here and everyone who has joined the Amitabha retreat from all over the world. Nowadays, millions of people are dying in this world. However, their minds cannot die. And for as long as self-grasping is not purified, temporarily the manifestations of samsara or the lower realms will manifest. When self-grasping is eliminated, they all are actually Buddhas. So at this time, we should pray for them to be born in the Pure Land of Devachan. When their mind matures, then they will take birth in Devachan. So again, Tashidelek, everyone, and thank you.
Saba Liji, Saba Sebi, Jima Tado, the Sachok Saba Tabje, said the Nasim Tiware, Hakore. This don't have Sachok in the Unity, the Jarmy Badi. Some the one may be Pandra body, the Jarmy Bat, which is sometimes the theatre of Hakor, there was the Jarion married. Don't Samtiti, the kitchen or Sanjay Samtikari, Sajid Samti, oh, Samtikadium, this Sanjay. Tabduman song, Yam Timberlam chapter the Shirati, the Yam Chimor, Chuka Yam Chimor, Jetu Dromari, Sante, the things of Sancho said, that are dying you because you Sante, the Sabbath saving Bangana, nay, the Sanjay Tamse of the same day or three touches de Cotecha. Drove the way, make it with the autumn jig, Jung, the Timba, Hill, or the Young age. The Don Boche that age of Singapore, Loma Gavishing, Tamchil, Rashidele, Long La, Roma Tamchil, Long La, Cosimbo.
So understand the nature of the relative bodhicitta, that is love and compassion. When the moment that arises in your mind, recognize that now my mind is one with the mind of all the bodhisattvas. And from the ultimate perspective, there is no meeting and parting. We are always one. There's this homage where we say, I prostrate to you from within a state beyond meeting and parting. We actually are never separate. So love is what's most important. Cultivate love, and when love arises, recognize that this is the Buddha, because all that Buddhas are is love. In the 7 verses of supplication to Tara for protection, it says, Mother, Goddess of Mindfulness, please protect us. This Mother of Mindfulness is your own wisdom. That is the Dharmakaya Great Mother. That is Tara. Whenever love arises, you are one with Tara, with all the Buddhas. So while we still perceive a duality of self and other, bodhicitta, love, are most important. When you dwell within a mind of immeasurable love, you are together with the minds of all the Buddhas. So Dashi Delek to everyone and long life. And then Rinpoche said this prayer, the only medicine for all sentient beings is that the Holy Dharma, and may all the beings upholding the Dharma live long, and may the Dharma endure for long. And also, I would like to thank Dorjen Rinpoche and all the other spiritual masters in Singapore now for being there, and all the disciples. I wish you all a long life.
Lolo emaho sanchok semnam mentari chen sanchok chula joana sanche namje yang dujale jambong jo ro dongme meje bo dewa tamje jongwa ne se ba he da kan che de yeng de je timbe bajjo lame shabe te ji sa ta yong la chap timbe jim da nga thang jo ba je Tin boy ring never try show. Oh, me deva. Oh, me deva. Oh, me deva. Oh, me deva.